Bundee, can you take us inside the dressing room? What was the feeling at full-time or so?
Look, we were obviously disappointed. It wasn't the result we were after. But I think, it's full credit to Argentina, They're a great side. We won't take that away from them. They played unbelievably well and, we have to learn quickly from here and bounce back quickly.
You've been on Lions tours, you know how it works. How big an issue is losing the first game?
I wouldn't say it's an issue. It's just, we just got to learn quickly as a group, do you know what I mean? There's no better players in the world in Europe here, in this group here, that can learn quickly from the things that was played out today on the pitch. So I think you can feel the frustration and deflating of the boys in the change room. But look, we'll just take it on the chin, whatever the coaches are throwing at us, move on, learn on, and then bounce back against another great Alpha team, which will be Western Force.
Plenty of former players have been on social media already going, do you know what, losing the first game might not turn out to be the worst thing in the world. The important thing is you actually now take this on into the Force game, into the Reds game, and actually use the negatives as positives going forward.
Look, I think we first set out a challenge for us to try and win every single game, you know what I mean? And to be able to not come out with the result that we wanted in the first game. Look, it's one of those things that we just got to learn quickly. And the quickly we learn as a group, and the quickly we can bounce back as a group, you know what I mean, and try and get better every single day, that's only going to make us stronger and as a better tight group, so yeah.
Just finally, how weird was it seeing a completely red stadium this evening?
It was unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. I don't think the fans fully understand how much it means to us, you know what I mean, as a group of players. Being able to run out on that pitch and be able to see a sea of red is something phenomenal out there. I generally got goosebumps when I ran outside and saw the sea of red out there, and honestly, it's unbelievable. It's actually unreal compared to what we had the last time, which was no fans. So, honestly, it's thanks to the fans for actually pulling up and being able to support us, so yeah.
Bundee, what was the message from Andy? We've seen him a lot in press conferences over the years, and he was particularly forthright speaking to us. Was he the same speaking to you?
Yeah, Faz. I'm sure you guys see Faz and interview him a lot more. He's exactly the same way as he is in front of you guys and to us. He gives it to us straight. Do you know what I mean? There's no mucking around or no hiding. He'll just tell you how it is, and we're adults. We're old enough to be able to take it on the chin and learn from it quickly. There's no point trying to sulk about it. You're going to be able to take it on the chin and move on quickly as a group.
Are you confident that you'll be able to iron out those creases over the coming weeks?
Yeah, look, that's the great thing about rugby, isn't it? There's always another couple of days we'll be able to try and rectify what was wrong today. So I'm sure we'll bounce back quickly as a group, train harder and learn from it quickly and go from there.
And just finally for me, how did it feel scoring a try in front of a home crowd at the Aviva as well?
Look, I think the hard work was done by the front five there, and the backs were over. I just got the ball and I was lucky enough to be able to cross the line. I think Freema was giving me a bit of grief there. I should have passed it to him. So, it's always nice to be able to cross the line, but yeah, it would have been even better if we got the win.
Bundee, how excited are you to keep working this partnership with Siona in the centres, and what elements of this game would you enjoy?
I think we all know how Siona is as a player. He's bloody class, and I think the frustrating about me was I wasn't being able to connect well with him. Do you know what I mean? He's an unbelievable player, and there's no excuse for it. We just got to get better as a partnership going forward. Whoever it is, Gary, Huey, Elliot that came on. Do you know what I mean? As a unit and as a mini group, we just got to make sure we gel together and we try and get that cohesiveness fairly quick because, we just need to be better.
I've spoken quite a lot in the week about how you guys have been gelling quite a lot off the field with yourself and Siona. How have you guys been doing different bits and bobs like that? Yeah,
it's been good. It's actually been funny. He's been my roomie lately, so he snores a fair bit at the moment, so he keeps me up at night. He's been great. He's a great man. He speaks out loud which is good because that's what we need. Him being himself, and I just feed off him and he feeds off me. So it's brilliant. So we just got to be better at it and keep learning together. The more we grow as a partnership and then as a group, it'll only be better and beneficial for the group.
Sorry, you talked about how special it was that sea of red. Was it extra special that it was here in Dublin this time?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's always nice. You can't beat it. You just can't beat it. And then be able to hear them sing Fields of Athlone Rye, you know what I mean? It's nice, and be able to hear the loud cheers and everything. It just means a lot. Like I said, it just, compared to the last Lions tour we had, it was just empty and you could just hear yourself shouting. It's quite nice to be able to hear the fans shouting for you, so lovely.
Amazing. And was there a sense of nervousness coming in today with the amount of people still to kind of enter into the matchday squad? Is there a sense of pressure that you have to perform to maybe be picked again in the coming games?
I wouldn't say pressure, it's just, like a group of 38, 48 players, you know what I mean, to be able to pick from 4 different countries. You obviously got to make sure you perform, you know what I mean, because every single player that's been picked in the squad is to be able to do a job. And if you don't deliver, there are guys there that, are willing to put their hand up and be able to take that opportunity. So this is not sort of pressure. It's one of those ones you got to make sure that if you get the opportunity to wear the red jersey, you wear and do everything you can to the best of your ability. So, yeah.
Killian from Counter here. Just as you see yourself being in the line before and stuff, and you see the young guys like Pollock and Freeman and stuff coming through, do you feel like you've taken on a bit of a figurehead role in such things in your own? Or do you feel like the same as always, just staying on Bundee, or do you feel like you're trying to take the guys under your wing?
No, look, I think the guys I think Tyke said in the beginning of the week, you've earned the right to be there, you know what I mean? You've earned the right to be in the squad because of the way you play and the way you perform. I think guys are well professional enough to be able to, be on their own, be on their feet and be able to stick together and be themselves. I'm just a person that's just mingle and have fun with a few of the boys and make them feel themselves. So, I think those younger boys are lovely and they find their own way to try and annoy us.
You've been finding them good cracks, though, you think?
I have. We've been trying to hide Bill, but he's been holding them tight at the moment. So yeah.
Who do you think out of all the newer generation coming in, is there anyone that really stands out that's like real, as I was saying, figurehead, that someone that's really stepped up, kind of surprised you how kind of vocal they are inside the camp?
I wouldn't say surprised. You know what I mean? Like I said, they've earned the right to be there. It's not a surprise to be able to see them speak up because obviously they've performed very well. They've performed in important and big games. You know what I mean? And guys are just, I think they're just thriving at the moment. The younger guys are just, picking up the pace. Obviously Elliot's the oldest, so we just got to try and keep along with those younger fellas. So yeah.